and then that's where I'll cut it,
Yeah.
and then we'll go, "Hi, welcome to a very short episode of the Outer Wilds."
Yeah. Welcome to, Bitterfish fucks around on like a game he's outrageously fond of.
That one, it does have really nice music.
Yeah, I love it.
It does have fantastic music.
This is, for reference, one of my favourite games. I say, people who know my taste in games know it runs their full gamut. Final Fantasy VIII was the first Final Fantasy I played, and it introduced me to the series. So I'm weirdly fond of its weird little story.
Mm-hmm.
The Outer Wilds.
I look forward to you playing that if you get around to it. Because you said that it's something that you're going to look to do. Because I don't know the story of it, so I'm happy to watch, and I want to see how that one goes.
Yeah, I say there is a HD mod coming out for Final Fantasy VIII, so I'm going to play it with that.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
I will not be playing this with a controller because I never learned to play it with a controller.
But it's going right against the thingies.
Switch profile. Create new profile. There we go.
I'm gonna watch you do this now, and you're gonna do things in the first cycle.
Oh, yeah.
That I did. The last time we played, I logged on a little bit afterwards just to read the computer more.
Yeah.
And I did have a couple of ideas that I wanted to try for whenever I do sit down and play it again. But I've been playing this for the first time off stream because I want to take my time with it. I don't want to be pressured with it, and I like discovering things. But I was reading about the quantum rocks and stuff, and I remembered that I found one on that island, not the island, the planet, with the sand.
Yeah.
And I didn't do something that I absolutely should have done because I was rereading the rules of quantum mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
I should have stood on it.
Yep.
And done what I did in the room with the moon.
Yeah.
Stood on it when it was there, turned my light off.
And it would have carried you with it.
And I would be absolutely fucking terrified as to where it was going to take me.
And I said nothing.
It wasn't until I went back and I read the rules that I thought about that.
Yeah.
So I've got that waiting for me next time I go back to it. Remind me.
I will. For reference, The Outer Wilds is the story of, a little people on a little planet who decide they want to have a space program, so they did one. And they're exploring their solar system. And today's the day that you finish your training and go off.
Oh no.
That seems fine. That's normal.
What could possibly go wrong?
Also, you're these little, amphibian creatures.
He's not looking at you. How rude.
Right, so what I've done is I've switched it so that when you're talking to people, it freezes time.
Okay.
Because that way it stops things from happening.
Mm-hmm.
There is a planet that bombards randomly, Brittle Hollow. And I've had it before where I've been struck by one of those improbably while talking to someone.
Jesus, okay.
Yeah. I say, yeah, it's a lot of things in this game are like an actual life simulation, and there's a lot of randomness built into it. So it can happen.
Just do us a favour, Alt-Tab over and go to Google. And then little pen and change this.
Outer Wilds.
There we go.
There we go.
Just so we don't get shouted at.
There we go. But yeah, it's launch day. We're going on our first solo voyage. Are you sure you fixed the retro rockets? Right, so we have to get the launch codes for the ship. Here's the ship. Yeah, need the launch codes. I'm going to turn your mouse sensitivity down on this. There we are.
Done.
But yeah, this charming little village. We want to explore. I say I'll skip some of the little tutorial bits. Yeah, they made instruments for the explorers. We'll just make our way to the observatory. Yeah, the kids
Goddamn kids.
like teach you how to use a signal scope, which is this technology which is basically like listening for signals.
It's Aaron's directional audio thing.
Yeah.
Maybe this is Aaron.
The main character is referred to in the code and like whenever they have to be referred to as the hatchling.
The hatchling. That's
Yeah.
weird.
They're the youngest member of the light crew. There we are. Got some ghost matter that kid is throwing rocks into because he's a little shit.
Absolutely lick it.
Zero G Cave like is a tutorial for just like flight stuff. Right, so the developer of this game, he created this, the first version of this, as like a solar system simulation for his like computing thesis. 'Cause it's a live simulation of a solar system. And as it developed, he basically turned it into a game where like you'd have like just a story developing in this live solar system as things happened in it. And part of what makes this game special is that all the motion on the planets, all the gravity and things are actual like physics simulations. The Zero G Cave works because it's the center of the planet, and the entire planet is pulling like everywhere at once. So you have zero G in the middle.
So it's astronomically accurate.
Yeah, it does futz things in a few places because it is in effect a sci-fi story, but you know. And our mission is special because we have an auto-translator with us. Because the previous explorers have found like alien ruins. And we've learned to translate their writing. That's what an Namai looked like, apparently.
Very long necks.
They look kind of like goats.
Long neck goats.
Decorative jewellery has been carved as part of the antlers. But yeah, we have a translator so we can translate alien writing. So this is our first breadcrumb of the story, which is mentioning the moon, which is called the Apple Rock. So we have an idea of like, right, first things first, we can go to the moon. And everyone goes to the moon because it's the first thing there.
Yeah, you gotta go to the moon. What's the point in going to space if you don't go to the moon?
Oh, I'll quickly introduce quantum mechanics. Just
Yes,
quickly.
Yes, because it is a very important.
This is a
mechanism in
rock.
the game.
It's a special rock. Because when you look away, it moves randomly. This one has 3 fixed positions, and they're not entirely clear on why it happens. I say, no one's entirely in agreement what happens, but everyone agrees it's creepy.
I mean, I would be. I would be
Yeah.
creeped out if that was a thing.
Oh, hello, you horrid little fleshling.
Don't like that.
He's a little lanternfish. Anglerfish. And this is the solar system.
And it's all being like processed and ran in real time.
Yep, it's all a live physics simulation. So when I hit start and it took a while to load, that was it setting up the initial conditions. When we save and load, it's like saving and loading the values as that time happened.
And everything's moving in real time relative to your position.
Exactly. So we've got the sun as the fixed center of the solar system. We've got Timberhearth, which is our home planet. You are here. We've got the Interloper, which is that big comet. We've got Brittle Hollow, Dark Bramble, Giant Steep, the gas giant, and the Hourglass Twins, which are like Mercury. Right, we wanted this guy's... Yeah.
Boo! Oh.
Yeah. Because we've frozen time, he's just
Yeah.
like in that pose. Yep. Gonna learn more about the Nomai. There we go.
Launch codes.
We've got the launch codes. We've said, yeah, now we've got a translator. We'll learn out more about like the ancient aliens. And oh, by the way, that's just a those balls are there to like point out and show the fact that it's a live physics simulation because that's the moon tugging on them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
live like physics simulation with the moon.
Mhm.
These balls move on their own.
God, can you imagine if like the moon affected our planet that much?
Well,
So fast.
it used to. This is perfectly normal.
Yeah,
So normal.
perfectly fine.
We have a new statue. Don't worry about this. It's not important. It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
It's fine.
If this doesn't happen whenever you look at statues, that's what you need to be worried about.
Yeah. Cool eyes.
They look a bit gauze-eyed.
Mm. The statue looked at me and opened its eyes. You're making a launch like medically. Statue is definitely weird.
They're giving you like breadcrumbs to go to different places.
Yeah. So this mentioned the statue was found by Gabro, and it was at Giant Steep, which is where he is. Yeah, basically just pointed out if you want to learn more about statues, you can go there. And
Mm-hmm.
but because we have the translator, we could probably find out more. Hey Zephyr. I love this game so much. I'm a massive fan of it, so I tend to like over-explain it and get excited.
It does sound like there's a lot of effort into it. Just the real-time solar system physics and gravity seem ridiculously insane.
Oh, this creepy child. I forgot about the creepy child. Are you going to go into space and never come back like Feldspar did? But says no one knows what happened to Feldspar. He went missing. Feldspar was the original astronaut. He was there like Neil Armstrong, in that he was the first literally everywhere. His ship was the shittest version, but he was passionate about it, and he's the one who like built their space program. And he just explored their whole solar system, decided to go explore Giant Steep, and no one ever saw him again. But that's their communication satellite.
Oh,
It takes takes photos.
Are you able to like go into the orbital view from where you are at the minute? Is that a thing?
No, I have to.
Just get on your ship.
I think I have to get on the ship first.
We'll show Zephyr that because it's like it's all in real time relative to your
There we go.
position. There you go. Yeah,
There we are.
all being properly calculated as well.
Yep. In addition, there is a satellite which provides this map, which Wolfen found. If you destroy the satellite, the map stops working.
Look, it crashed into me. I signalled.
That's a gravity crystal, so no matter where you land, you're always walking around here. And you've got the ship's log, which has a funny bit of technology in it, and it remembers everything you've done. Let's take off. Everything's fine.
It's all good. Do you remember how to pilot it?
Yep.
Don't go into the sun. Because I learned that the hard way. The sun's gravity is very hard to get out of once it's got a hold of you.
It's the most powerful thing in the solar system. Where are you, Moon? You press space while targeting something, It matches velocity with it.
Hmm. Except for that one time whenever I played this and my keys weren't working.
Yeah. Yeah, except for that time. Maybe I will drop in on, like, the one guy who lives on the moon.
Yeah, the moon man. Man lives in the moon.
Also, trees provide oxygen. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they do. The moon man. He sells cheese.
There we are.
Oh.
Oh. Into the fire.
You're not a marshmallow.
Let's say when you get close to a signal, you can identify it. And
Why doesn't he have an instrument? The other ones have
he
instruments.
whistles.
Yeah.
That's his instrument. And you can identify other.
Ah. Creepy space noises.
Oh, I forgot, yeah. The moon used to be like a way station when they had to refuel often.
Mm-hmm.
And now they don't need to refuel very much and they don't come and see the guy, so he's gone weird.
Gone weird. It's gone moon crazy.
Well, no, he's become a voyeur.
I mean, that could be a symptom of moon crazy.
Could be. Oh, I forgot how easy it is to launch yourself off the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If I remember correctly, the next place we really want to go is the north pole of the moon. So we'll do a quick jaunt, ignoring that big crater in the moon. We'll go to the north of the planet, which is there. So we want to know more about the Nomai. It's fine. We have some of their ruins right here. And we have a cool thing that moves when we look at it.
Hmm.
So we have Brittle Hollow. There we are, and you can hear what Brittle Hollow sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
And it also, because you're on the North Pole of the moon and everything's on much the same plane, it tracks the planet.
Mm-hmm. They have some good technology, those Nomai.
They did. I love the Nomai. They're very sweet creatures. Giant's Deep. Windy.
Ah, you found the sun.
Yeah, it's very sun-like. That sounds like everything's burning. And then we have this fucking thing,
That weird symbol.
which doesn't look like anything else.
Doesn't look like it's struggling to lock onto stuff.
I'm just gonna leave it doing that.
Freeze detected.
Yeah. Symbol again. Then it might have this weird writing where it's all spiraling. This is based off the game designer's like sister's diary.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote like this apparently. There we are. I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow the signals from the sun, Giant's Deep, and Brittle Hollow. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye signal, the thing it's fucking designed for. The device's indicator rotates wildly and never points in just one direction. This is a curious result. It's possible the eye has stopped calling out its signal. Most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. My apprentice and I will make adjustments and try again. Update. Disappointingly, everything is perfectly calibrated. It saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe the locator cannot detect the eye signal. We would need to build a more sensitive device. Then we will build it. Don't lose hope. Our search for the eye is what brought our clan here in the first place. We won't give up so easily.
So What I'm hearing is they want to build a larger Hydron collector.
Yeah, they want to build themselves like a cool telescope. Yeah, where to build the new detector? Those of us originally stranded on the Ember Twin built a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building there. The southern glacier on Brittle Hollow has ample space. I could construct a new building and house the locator. Okay, so as you can see here, more breadcrumbs gives us an idea like, right,
It's brittle hot.
yeah, Brittle Hollow, South Pole immediately. Alright,
You left your little probe.
yeah, I've retrieved it.
Oh,
I keep trying to hold down shift to like sprint and it launches you. Hey, Brittle Hollow.
where did you leave it?
There it is. I like that little light indicator. It's really simple, but it does show you the amount of thrust that you're doing.
Rust.
Yeah, there's a lot to find in this solar system, and you will visit pretty much all of it in the course of the story, as you'll have to. The whole game is based off exploration, so you have to look around, learn what you can. It'll point you in different directions. It's an investigation. The answer is normally like, what happened to the Namai? What's the deal with this solar system? Why is everything so weird?
I've still not finished it. I'm working on it slowly, but I am enjoying it. The twisty braininess is fun.
This is Brittle Hollow. It's hollow and it's very brittle. Its moon is like launching rocks down, and they punch holes in it. So that's the South Pole, so that'll be the observatory. Where's the entrance?
There's another spaceship.
Yep. So one of our colleagues is here. That looks like an entrance.
You steal it and drive off with it.
Nah. If I remember correctly, like, most of the ships that you find are a little bit damaged. Anyway, gravity is... Ooh, that was close.
Careful.
Yeah, those are the ones that are random. So I've been hit by that before. In that the ship went down and it didn't sustain bodily harm. In minor repairs, it's like the ship never even hit the rocks. One of my better attempts. The door is broken. Okay. I know that there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins in the equator and find a way down. So yeah, the door into this is damaged, but he knows that there are like paths under the ice.
So we want to head north to the equator.
Yeah. Where there were probably like entrances to get down. One of the things we could do is just zoom out a little bit. There we are.
The scale is like really impressive, the way that it works.
One of the things that they spent a lot of time on was making the planet scale properly, because it's changing the size of the planets depending on where your position is, so that it looks right. One of the weird things about the fact that they had to make everything relative was that the zero coordinate for everything is the player's position constantly. So you are the center of the universe in this. And so every time you jump, the universe is moving down away from you, and you're staying the same. It's the only way they could make it work, because it made the math simpler.
Yeah. One hell of an ego trip.
Projection stone. Oh. Uh-huh. I forget where that is.
Looks like it's still on the same planet because you saw the meteors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's inside, so we're inside somewhere. Nomai technology. It's weird. So I want to go down inside.
Oh, time to shimmy.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. The crossroads, west. We want to go south, so that direction?
Winkle's firing.
Okay. Well, we're going south, so flashlight. Yeah, we want to go to the south as much as we can.
Hey, look, there's space out there.
Hmm. That seems perfectly fine and normal.
It's all good.
Oh man.
Ooh. Ooh.
Huh.
It's a bit crumbly.
Yeah, it's not safe. As the planet takes hits from the moon, bits of it will fall down into the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking a bit bendy.
Bit wibbly down there. What happens if you lick it?
Oh, bad things. That doesn't seem ideal.
At least you always know where your ship is.
Yep. Come on, there's got to be a way south from here.
Bomb. Oh, that looks like that's going to take you into the wibbles.
Yeah, I don't like that. Maybe go up. Oh, that's as far up as that goes. God damn it. Oh. Fuck, I think that's us.
Watch out, angles.
Yeah. Skill.
Oh, I didn't
Pure skill.
see
Okay, directions.
that. You're at the crossroads.
I think so.
It's very cross-like. It's aptly named. Get another ad break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every bit of the crust has a health point, like, value.
Mm-hmm.
Gravity cannon east. Gravity crystal workshop. Up.
More down.
Gravity crystals.
Mm.
They make gravity obey them.
They rewrite the rules of down.
Mm-hmm. To the Tower of Quantum Knowledge.
That sounds like a good tower.
I want to go to the south. Oh, there's a bit of the crust gone.
Is there a south if you're like in the planet? Does south and does it work like that?
I mean, we're still deep. Oh, it's my favourite guy.
Hey, Big Daddy.
He's the biggest ball of anxiety. He is absolutely terrified of spaceflight and flight itself, but he's kind of the only like dedicated archaeologist they have, and he's like fascinated by the Namai. So he decided to become an astronaut so he could study them, but he's just terrified of everything. And he came to one of the scariest planets. Came here to see the Hanging City. It's always been my dream to see it with my own eyes ever since I was a hatchling. An alien race lived in the solar system long before our species existed. How could I not want to see what that civilization was like? Only... You probably heard the others say, I'm afraid of space. I'm more surprised than anyone that I'm here. He tripped over a gravity crystal and landed somewhere. But yeah, as you get further into the story, you can come back and talk to these people, and they'll have different things to say depending on what you've done.
Well, you'll have more knowledge, so you'll want to ask them different questions.
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know until you know it.
Yeah. Right, I feel like this is one of those things that I have to go, like, maybe to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge and then south? Because you can't get south from here directly.
Slide to the right. Ooh, that looks a bit bendy.
Additionally, if the part of the planet you need has been damaged, you just can't get there. This seems closer to what I want. Am I going the right way?
No, you're going forward.
Oh, this seems drastic. Oh, yep.
Oh, that whole section is going.
Oh, I'm dropping into the sector.
Run! Fly!
There we go.
Oh.
That is the white hole. You may have noticed Brittle Hollow has a black hole at its centre. Oh, my ship is so far away.
Like the other side of the solar system.
Yep. There's the black hole and the white hole. The white hole... There we go. The white hole being the other end of the black hole, where stuff comes out.
Makes sense.
This was actually a theory back in the day to explain how black holes hadn't eaten the universe. They hadn't yet theorized the idea that black holes evaporate. But this station is for people who trip and fall into the black hole. Let's see. Namai airlock. It spins around you.
At least it's trees.
Yeah. Welcome to the White Hole Station. If you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry, you're not the first. This warp tower can return you to Brittle Hollow. Every warp tower is tuned to a specific astral body. A tower's warp can only be used during its brief window when the tower is aligned with its corresponding body, in this case Brittle Hollow. You must be standing on the warp platform on the floor during the alignment to be warped. If you look up where the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happen. So that's... stand here. Huh? Oh, it's not rotating. I have to turn the rotation on, that's right. There we go, rotation is beginning. So now we just wait to line up. There we go.
Was that on the planet that I was on.
What's that mean?
I was on a planet and it had towers on it.
Hmm. Funny that. I'm sure it's not important.
Okay.
Right, so the bit I needed has fallen into the centre, so I'm not sure I can get there because I've come a bit too late. Let's see if I can do something funny.
What are you going to do?
Uh,
Run out of fuel?
I'll use my oxygen for a little while. I can refuel in the ship anyway. Medkit refuel. Okay, so
What? There's a tree going towards the sun.
right, where's the bit I need? It's in the south. Oh,
Ooh. Hopefully it's not there.
yep, you can get hurt that way. Has it already fallen through? Right, there it is. So if you're very smart, you can dip under the crust and find somewhere to do a trick shot. Fuck. No, cannot do a trick shot. I was a fool to try. And we're back to the Whitehall station.
It's alright, you can get back in the teleporter again.
Yeah. And the station's now rotating. So I have to be a little bit careful.
Ooh.
Like that.
Clunk.
Bonk. You can see the outline of my character's now red on that thing there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be a bit angry as well.
There we are. Oh. That strange music does signify something. As Wolfman well knows.
I've got goosebumps.
Yeah. This music will have that effect on you by the end. This piece of music is exactly 2 minutes and 22 seconds long.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Because
very specific period amount of time.
it is, because from the moment I met the statue to the moment that is now, it was exactly 22 minutes.
Mm.
And every 22 minutes, this will happen. There we are. Let's go back to Brittle Hollow.
You? Sun's looking a bit angry.
It's fine. Let's greet the dawn. Oh.
That's not what you want to see.
Yep.
No. Planet, no.
Yeah, unfortunately, the sun has gone supernova.
At least it's a pretty blue.
Yep. Every 22 minutes, the solar system will go supernova. Then you'll have a really weird time. Remembering everything that you just did. It's exactly that, Mangy. The statue has done something. Something is going on. The central mystery of this game is, okay, why has the sun just gone supernova? Why am I the only one who remembers? What's that thing? What's any of this mean? What's going on?
What's this? What's that? I didn't hear that.
And I've just gone to go, because I already know the code, so I've gone to the ship and he's gone, What you doing? Did I just die, or... So now we know the code's already, we can just get on board. If we went to the observatory now, we would discover people, like, crowding around the statue, wondering why its eyes are open, and not knowing what's wrong. But yeah, every 22 minutes, the sun goes supernova, and the solar system resets, and you are the only one who remembers. Exactly like Live, Die, Repeat.
I like that sun more. That one's looking a bit more healthy.
It's friendlier. Yeah, I like the solar system. It's good fun. But yeah, I just wanted to show you one cycle, just to give you an idea of what the game is about. It's quite cheap on Steam and like CD keys and things now. I really love this game.
Think they'll make a second one?
I hope they don't.
Oh,
I think
I can understand that.
I think they might be going to, but I hope that it's something different. If so,
well, I still haven't finished this one, so I want to do that before I do anything else with it.
Absolutely. I say, just give it a go. Just play around. I say, just don't even wait for me. Just play through bits. I say, you'll know when you get into like dramatic bits that I'll want to be there for, because there are bits in this game you're like, oh fuck.
That's what I worry about though, because I feel that I'll stumble across stuff. I mean, but like as you just evidence there from us just watching that, that's reminded me about a couple of things that I want to try in my playthrough now that's a little bit further ahead, like fiddling with that warp tower.
The one of the many things I love about this game, from the moment we woke up at the very start of the game, from the moment the simulation began, I could complete the game because I already know how to do it. The only thing that you take between loops is knowledge. You, the player, remember things. The ship's computer remembers as well to help remind you. But the whole point is that you play that game and it's in your head. The game is your head, is you playing this game, remembering things, discovering things, and each time learning new things using what you've already learned. And you build on your knowledge between loops until eventually you solve the mystery. Well, the many mysteries of what's going on.
Many mysteries of a whole living, breathing, dynamic solar system.
It's very cool. I say, one of my favourite games ever. It's one of those things where to spoil it is to render the game unplayable. Because what's the point? I say, anyone who recommends the game to you will say, just play the game. I can't tell you.
Well, this is why I'm playing it off stream, so that I can discover all these things and get the serotonin of working it out myself. And I say, you just figuring that bit out there, that's given me an idea of what I want to do the next time I play it, because I think that's gonna help me with something.
Yeah, it's also the developers' ask of the game is, if you're gonna stream it, stream that first loop, just one to get people an idea of what it's about, and no further.
Yeah, it's one of those games that once you play it, and I imagine once you figure it out and you've got the story and you know how it ends and stuff like that, you can't undo it.
Yeah. But to this day, the soundtrack gives me goosebumps.
I mean, I got them there.
Yeah, from the from that music that plays as a warning to let you know you've got 2 minutes left.
It's a really good concept.
It's great fun. I figured we had some time after the end of The Devil in Me, and I figured that's a good way to kill it.
Yeah, it is a good little one, and I will do this as its own separate little video.
Cool.
So that we can introduce more people to it.
Right.
So it'll be cool.
In which case, I think that's us.
Yeah, we shall leave that there. Thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you for showing us a new game.
Well, if you're interested, just buy it. It's great fun. You won't regret it. I think that's us. Have a very good evening.
Thank you all very much for joining us, and we will see you in the next one.
See you later.
Bye.